this has made me realize that a side hustle would be really nice, because if something were to happen, I really wouldn't have any other sources of income, especially if my investments aren't doing well. So it's kind of given me some perspective about side hustles.
Natasha, I was curious about what you brought up earlier about seeing the value of a side hustle right now, because of course, I imagine I'm quite a bit older than you, but I came of age during the Great Recession, which of course is the birth of the side hustle, the birth of the side gig, and when everyone, the gig economy, right, grew during that time. So yeah, you want to talk more about how you would get a side hustle? Since you have all this time on your hands to volunteer, may as well side hustle as well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like, up to this point as a grad student, my side hustle has just been writing grants and fellowships, because that is the best way to get more money for what I'm already doing. And so I've been pretty successful in that in my last 4 years. But I think the people who have been writing me letters of recommendation are probably like, if I were to apply for more stuff, they'd be like, what are you doing? You're about to finish, which is fair. So it's just kind of made me think, like, what else can I do? And I did sign up for Instacart, which is like a grocery delivering service that pays, fine. It's not like loads of money, but what's nice about it is that it's there's like orders on your phone, and so you can really just work when you want to or have extra time. I've only done it twice, partially because my partner and I are being really strict about not leaving the house to do things like this. So I feel kind of like it is kind of a risk when you're going to like the grocery store or pharmacy, because there's just so many people interacting in that physical space. So I'm not stoked about that. I'd rather have a side hustle that's like fully remote and fully online, if things keep going in this direction. And so, yeah, I've like thought about maybe starting a blog that if it got enough foot traffic, there could be like affiliated links or ads or whatever, and that would be passive and would just be about generating content. What else? Yeah, I kind of need to do like a little bit more brainstorming. I just don't want to like start something from scratch that's not, I guess, constructive to my research. So it'd be nice if it was like in parallel with what I'm already doing. But I'm not really sure what that is yet. So kind of just continuing to think about it.
I had a really fantastic interview on the podcast. I think it was in season 3 with Dr. Shana Green, who is like an Instacart master. So you might listen to that and also check out her YouTube channel, which is the Well 5. I think actually she's in the year or year and a half since that interview. Yeah, year or whatever since that interview, she's moved on maybe a little bit from Instacart, and now she's starting other kinds of side businesses. And she had a postdoc position at the time of our interview, and I think she has a full-time position now related to her graduate degree. So anyway, it's all on the side. So she would be an interesting person to check out at this point. Another person who would be good if you're looking into starting something online is Chris Cloney with Grad Blogger. So that's a lot about like science communication and just, anyway, other types of online platforms that graduate students and PhDs might have. So it would be another good person to check out.
I don't know anything really about the world of professional grant writing, but it sounds like you're good at that and you're spending a lot of your time doing it anyway. So maybe someone's looking for like a freelance at home, like a grant application editor or something like that. That might be something to look into as well. Maybe, I mean, I'm sure nonprofits are cutting down a lot, but potential avenue maybe. That was just one thought I had when you were talking.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I hadn't thought about doing that for other people, but it's a lot of the kind of the framework and like strategy would apply for whatever thing. It's just really about figuring out what the organization or individual wants and frame yourself in the best way that can like match those two interests. So yeah, that's interesting. And I could probably start like from within my community. Like I kind of know some organizations that might be struggling and see, I don't know if I would like write my position into the grant or say like, because obviously when you're writing a grant, you have to put a budget. So I'm not sure how I would figure that out, but I could probably do some research about how other people have done it and try to see. So yeah, thanks for that suggestion.
Yeah, I think that's a great one, Hallie. And I would say maybe extend, if you're interested in going this route, don't just think about organizations that might be writing grants, but also at UCSB faculty. I mean, maybe a lot of people are going to be applying for grants right now within academia, or it could be other graduate students, could be postdocs, faculty. And maybe they could need a writer, editor, developmental editor. I mean, the fastest way to make money on the side is to offer a personal service. So like, for instance, building up a website or whatever usually takes a really long, months, years, decades before you make money really with that. So the fastest way you can do that is by offering personal services. So I think something in the grant writing, fellowship writing sphere would be, like Hallie just said, a really good fit for you. So, and you know, everyone's spending time indoors, so they may be busy with that activity more so now than at other times. And this is also a thing that other people do, right? This is a position that exists. So like you can look to other models for how people handle it.